This album's dedicated to all them people who call the cops on me when I'm just trying to be out here and play in the grass with my children.
Say what?
You know what I'm saying?
He got up in the soup.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And Tucky Hank got all up in the soup. Now things is all wrong and I'm in straight duped. I thought things was getting better. But every time I'm looking down, I'm getting wetter. What? Don't know if the earth is rising and people's coming up and straight hypnotizing. With everything that's going wrong. Now put a mask on, take it off. Don't know, leave me alone. Get off. I hope the dude and D will tell me what to do. I hope it's gonna be a nice straight June. I thought we hit this thing together, put it all together with the weather. Let's go, baby. Let's just make this cheddar.
If you don't know.
If you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, now you know.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yo, brother, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
What's going on, Debo?
Oh, man. Trying to make those Mondays right. How about you, baby?
Man, I am trying to make that Monday right, and my Monday has been all left.
You know, for those of you guys who don't know, the shit show is something, and excuse my language for the children that are listening. I'm sure there's plenty. You know, the shit show is a special show. We talk about Mondays and how Mondays always have them off to a great start. And dude, I mean, you had a road show early morning. Oh man, we're already on it. There we go. We had a road show early morning.
Show coming through.
Yeah, I mean, it's making its appearance as it does, as it has to, as it must. So yeah, I mean, talk to me about your Monday, brother. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, G might not even talk to you. He might be like, nah, dude's got it. How's your Monday, sir?
My Monday is going swimmingly. I got plenty of work thrown on my plate.
All right.
And in addition to cleaning that plate, I had to drive my partner back into the city to pick up her car where we left it yesterday.
You say you mean back into the city? You're going back to somewhere this morning because you already went there this morning to go do something to get it. So you had to go back into the city. Is that what you're saying? Is that what
you're to go back into the city?
Okay, back into the city. Okay.
Yesterday we had a few too many pitchers of margaritas. Wanted to do the safe thing.
Okay. Oh, very nice.
Uber home.
Okay.
So had to be responsible today and go get the car at a reasonable time.
Right.
The beauty of Vegas, this is above all else. I got all my vices, access to all my vices here. It's a 24-hour city. I can do pretty much whatever I want as long as you bring the right amount of cash.
Right. It's Vegas.
It's Vegas. My favorite thing about the city is that in 3+ years, I've never had a car towed, and I've left many a car because I got too drunk and I Ubered home. And not one time, I don't even worry about it anymore. I don't even check to see signs. I'm like, are they going to tow? Do they tow here? I just leave my car.
Wow. I mean, because
and coming from California,
right.
as you and G well know,
yeah.
Like if you leave your car, you expect it not to be there when you show up the next day.
You're absolutely right. When you say that, when that comes out of your mouth, it's like shocking to hear. I'm like, why would you do that? That just sounds stupid. Like that's dumb. Don't even say those words out loud. Knock on wood, someone. Because
check with the restaurant. Like, hey, is it cool if I, or do you guys tow?
Yeah.
Where's a good spot? Find a neighborhood to leave your car.
As you well know, from your many years of California, we tow. And not only we tow, I mean, you don't even know who towed you. I mean, it could have been just.
I mean, that's right. Now you're calling multiple places. I mean, you got to call the cops. I never want to talk to the cops.
Yeah.
You got to call the police phone number that's on the sign. And they're like, well, we work with this tow company. And then you call them, and it turns out it was some random dude who towed it. It's not even that tow company.
Right.
It's Bill's Towing in Yorba Linda, and you were in San Clemente, and and it's a whole deal.
That's rough. Car as we talked about before, car problems are so universally awful, and
car problems are the worst.
Yeah, they're just the worst, man. Dude, I had a story hit me on the weekend, and I wanted to get it to your attention. It's a horrible story, and I don't know why.
If that has anything to do with the song that we heard coming in,
What was the song coming in? That's how.
Something about playing in the grass.
Yeah, no, it was not. Had
Sprinklers.
had nothing to do. That was a great. That's a great time. We
Okay.
just did good things. No, it's a horrible. I just you're listening to different stories over the weekend, and one caught my attention, and I wanted to get your take on it, and I wanted to kind of get your reaction from it, and tell me what you thought. And you can look this up, see where this was at. Evidently, there was a woman asleep in her bed, and she died. As I said, it's a tragic death. But the reason why she died is odd. Her neighbor shot off the gun, and it hit through the wall, and it hit the lady. And I thought, that's just awful,
Jesus.
right? Yeah, you're just. But here's the super duper odd, man. Here's the super duper 100 odd. The neighbor lives downstairs, and the lady was asleep in her bed. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and so. I just
Can you wait? Did it say, is the neighbor facing charges?
We're not there yet. I didn't, because again, I the stories hit you, right? And you're trying to pick up. I mean, I try to pick up so much over the weekend, and it was just so many stories were hitting me the weekend. I caught it, and then I went to go, and I wrote it down so I can make sure to bring it to us today. And I want to say it was in New York or Jersey, in an apartment complex, and I just thought, what an awful. What an awful way to go, first of all. But wait a second, and I just a little bit. I listened a little longer, and I guess the person who passed was actually an actress, like a known celebrity. And I thought,
wow.
Right, okay. So then, so here's my real question, dude. So I give you all that, right? Okay, so you say, oh wow, once I say known celebrity, I don't know if your mind goes to, was the person now downstairs really facing charges because.
That's exactly what I thought.
Right, exactly.
That dude's fucked now. You're not getting out of it.
Instantly right away. But
and to be fair, whether or not it's a celebrity, he still should be fucked, and there should be no getting out of it.
Right. But my question to you is, because the celebrity factor hits it, do you think some extra attention is going to be paid to this? Is the person going to be cornered now because he's already got 100 fans against him? He's already got, people that liked her don't like him. And that was not his fault. Like, she had a following of 100 people, or however popular she was. Her popularity is now against this person for no fault of his own. Like,
it's all. What do you mean?
Yes.
It's all his fault.
Yeah,
The
but he
dude
didn't
pulled
know
the
there was
trigger.
100 people that again, I'm talking about popularity. Because instantly when I said she was popular, you were like, oh no. You said, oh no. She said,
Right.
she's popular too? Oh man. Now you're in for it. Because you felt that the moment I said it, because I felt it the moment it was said to me. And so my question to you, dude, is that fair? This is a tragic story that comes out of here, and we're not talking about the tragedy in the story, and I want to make that absolutely clear. The dude and the whole situation is bad, and to me it's completely odd, because downstairs shooting through the bed seems like a really odd place to happen. But I guess if your bed is underneath someone's bed, then you guys have a setup similar, and so that's the whole. But anywho, dude, is it wrong for him to now be cornered by a bigger crowd, just given the popularity of the victim?
It is wrong that we as a society will pay more attention to this because the victim was a known actor, actress, celebrity.
Right.
That part of it is wrong. But this person should face punishment regardless. If this was you or I or a celebrity with a huge following, it should be treated the same. The part that's wrong is that it would not be treated the same had it been you, for example. And me and G are over here raising hell saying, throw the book at this dude who pulled the trigger,
right?
And nobody else is. Whereas if it's a celebrity now, it's going to be in the news, and you're going to get media coverage, and you're going to get attorneys who maybe will offer to do it pro bono, to attach their name to it.
You see?
And it's going to be treated completely differently. That is the part that's wrong about it. In addition to, just in general, don't fucking pull the trigger of a gun in an apartment complex, you moron.
I mean, can we start there? I guess would be to help this guy out, and gun safety. I guess. G, are you a card carrying member? Are you a firearm individual? No, okay, dude. Do you do the gun bang bang thing? Is that something
I am for getting rid of every single gun that has ever been made and created in the history of man. I realize that is not possible and will never happen. And for those of you listening, thinking he's going to take away our guns, I don't care about your Second Amendment right. You're stupid. Your Second Amendment right was given to you so that you could kill politicians who are tyrannous. And now you're
See what you did, dude? You see what you did? You see what you did, dude?
I will echo my own sentiments.
Did you see what you did? Did you see what you did? You came in so hard. You get cut off every time, bro. Don't raise it too much, man.
I'm gonna stay out of the red.
All right.
You use your Second Amendment right to say you're allowed to have an AK-47 for hunting, and that's not what it was ever meant for. And it was not meant for shooting your clip off in your apartment, you moron.
You're right. Do we get into do we have time on this one to get into the Second Amendment in its full? No, is that not okay? All right, we don't have enough. Well, we'll leave the Second Amendment alone for the rest.
Let me say one more thing about the Second Amendment.
So, G, we do. No, we do have time. We do have time for the second. Okay, we do. Okay, I got it. No, we're good. Okay, he says we're good. One more time for the second. Yeah, Second Amendment number 2.
We're never going to take it away. Calm down, you gun nut jobs.
Just. Excuse me. Yeah. I just have something to say. Yeah. We're not going to take them away. All right. Thank you. All right. We're going to be fine here. Who's the guys with what's the RRP?
NRA?
There you go. Those are the guys. I can't, because when it comes to letters, I just can't get them. But so you're not you don't carry your NRA card very often.
No. If there was an anti-NRA card, I would carry it.
What would be the anti NRA
it should just be like fists, right? Like, man up. If you got a problem with someone,
it's just
let's solve it the old-fashioned way instead of
and then
instead of Ice Cube and Boys in the Hood, we got a problem.
Would it be
no, let's just box it out, bro?
It's just, would it be a fist and then over like a fish? So like if you still want to hunt, you can go get a knife or something. I mean, it does it. Are you there for
do that the old-fashioned
way?
Do
that like a fish, like a fist.
Unless you want to strap an AK to a deer and teach him how to pull it with his hoof. Then level the playing ground here. Take a Bowie knife, throw on your Daniel Boone cap, and get out there and do some real hunting like a man.
I say we make the Daniel Boone cap the opposite,
the anti-NRA.
Yeah, I say we make that the anti-NRA. And they're like, dude,
but you got NRA? Are we the A?
Yeah, well, but they're like, but you got a squirrel. You shot that. Like I strangled in my own hands like a man.
I choked a squirrel to death like an apex predator.
Like a disturbed young man. Okay, I just squeeze him until he died.
All right, take humans out of it because we have guns. What is the scariest animal to you?
To me personally, or to
you
personally, or that has been advertised to me? Because that's a different story altogether. Because advertised to me right now is the scariest animal alive is the mosquito. Okay.
All right, it's fair.
It's fair, right? If you knew in old times, if you go back to Roman times, they're still sleeping in mosquito nets. Everybody recognized early what mosquitoes bad. Like that's just everybody. What was it? Chris Rock was a mosquito. It was like everybody hates mosquitoes, man. Like everybody hates you, man. Nobody likes a bloodsucker. Bats we deal with. We're like but bloodsuckers we're not too leeches, right? Nobody likes.
I mean, if bats were as prevalent as mosquitoes,
right? Exactly. Yeah,
that would be terrible. I would be afraid to go outside.
Did you say prevalent?
Yeah.
I like that word. Okay, so but what I'm most afraid of is...
But the spirit of the question, you know what I'm asking.
Yes, I think... I'm not really afraid of animals. I don't have a fear of them. I understand, like... so here's an Alaska story for you, okay?
There you go.
I'm in Alaska. I'm in a tour. We're in a van. Dude's on tour. He's giving us a tour or whatever. And it's a white guy, and he starts telling me about this time that he went out with Eskimos, and he's walking by the lake, And they say, hey, what lake is that? And he said, it was like, that's John Smith Lake. Okay. Went by the next lake. What's that? That's Jerry Tom Lake. Okay. He said, what's that lake? He said, that lake doesn't have a name. He says, how do the other lakes get their name? He says, that's where the white men were killed by bears. He says, how come this name doesn't have a lake? He says, no white men been killed by bear here. He said, let's go. He was like, I'm out.
I don't want this lake named after me.
Yeah, I'm good.
Time to leave.
Yeah. Okay. So this same dude tells me the story, right? He says, there's no known attacks on Eskimo people and bears. Says it's not in the books. It doesn't exist. This is why. He says because they believe that the bears are their ancestors. So whenever they see a grizzly bear, they're like, sup.
Sup with you.
Sup with you, yeah. And the grizzly bear's like, sup with you. And they're like, everybody parts the word. Sometimes you say the grizzly bear, would charge or do the thing. But it's just our ancestors coming towards us. And there's no known, record of Eskimos there's no lakes named after the Eskimo people, is what he was trying to say. I carry a similar fearlessness of animals. As you know very well, that was not always true. Right. You might expect me to be afraid of dogs because you were there the day I got bit by a dog, and that was traumatic for me for years. But today, I've swam with whale sharks. That was really, really cool.
I don't know, but I would never do that.
Yeah, that was amazing. I thought it was neat. G has told me stories where he's been very, very close to great white sharks, closer than I would personally like to be. And fear in animals. No, I respect animals, man. Like, give them their space. There's a lady on the news who just got in trouble, fined heavily in Yellowstone National Park. I just visited it from a bear that she decided to get out with her cell phone and videotape it. And the bear had 2 cubs with it. Okay, mama bear. All right, and mama bear. This lady, God bless her because she did what she should have done, but she still got fined very heavily for it. The bear charged her straight up, and she stood her ground, which I got to be honest with you, sweetheart, do not run at that point because that's it. You're over. So I'm glad she stood her ground because she had her cell phone.
What do you mean she stood her ground? She had a gun?
No, she had her cell phone pointed hard with 2 hands in the full, like you think she was in the shoot position, but it was a phone, and
good thing the bear wasn't a cop.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, the video went viral, and so she ended up getting in trouble. She ended up fined.
But why did she get in trouble? So the bear charged her. Did the bear eat her? Did the bear kill her?
Bear charged her, and she didn't flinch, and the bear stopped and went back.
And the bear was like, "Oh, this lady means business."
Yeah, like that cell phone's like, was it i14? Oh, that's some real stuff. And then he turned around. He was impressed by the iPhone, but
I would have been eaten. There's no way I'm standing my ground. I would have turned and ran after I messed up my pants.
Right.
And I would have been
gone. But no, I got it.
I would have looked like Carl Lewis.
Yeah. No. But she did. She stood her ground, which again probably saved her life. But she got fined for it because you're not allowed to get within too close. Too close. You're too close. Yeah, because you're too close.
The bear got within too close of me.
No. She definitely. If you watch the whole video. Get out of your car, you take some video, you're fine. But that's not what they did. They got out, got in the car, went towards the bear, kept going towards the bear. Hey, guys, it's a bear. It's bear 2 cubs. Timmy, come here. Look. And the fucking bear, the bear comes out. And she just.
We can't stay, baby.
Yes. And so she stood her ground. Like I said, at that moment, she stood her ground, but she should have. But she was too close. She antagonized the bear. You take a picture. It's a bear, but don't. Walk towards a bear. I've done it in myself. I'm not a saint. I've definitely gotten too close to deer, which is almost just as dangerous as bear. Let's remember who was our man Steve Irwin bit it to the most gentle giant, which was this big huge ray. This huge manta ray, and just wrong place, wrong time, right angle, and that was it. So, animals, I believe, kind of similar to Steve, not quite as crazy as Steve. Steve was really out there. Steve definitely, he definitely had some Caesar Milan whispering going on with his animal instincts, for sure. I mean, depending on how you do it.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, shout out Steve Irwin and their family. They're doing really well, actually. Kept the zoo going. You probably don't follow that, but I do. Anyways. back to the question at hand, and I believe answered from a man. How about you? You got a fear of a number? Is there a number one? Do you worry about spiders or snakes? Or most people are concerned about little dogs, but that's not you. I know that for a fact. But what is there an animal out there that just creeps you out, or you're actually scared
I am
of?
scared of every animal that can eat me or kill me.
Straight up,
Which
100
straight up, which is my point to the gun holders, that you call yourself alpha or whatever you're calling yourselves these days. Like, bro, you
Not
need
beta,
this
bro.
gun to stand up to this bear. Be an alpha, be a man, and use your bare hands or a knife like God intended. But yeah, otherwise, or a bow and arrow, if you get real with it.
Oh, you're gonna take it back to your roots.
But I'm running. I'm gonna run. Like I said, I will look like Carl Lewis. I will hurtle over logs and leap trees in tall bounds. I'm getting out of there if the animal even looks at me sideways.
Do you know what a bear eats? I found out.
Scared people who run.
Yeah, absolutely. Every T-shirt I saw had a person on a bike that's had lunch, fast food underneath it. With the bear chasing them. That's what I saw it all day. But no, I mean, you run from a bear, bro. You better be able to climb a tree. Because
I can climb a tree. That's one of my many skills. I can climb a tree. I can't get down.
Well, don't worry about that.
Go all the way up.
You need somebody to come get you down.
I always need somebody to come get me down.
Even sadder story, same tour guide. Okay, tells the story of Grandpa and his two. Right. And he's like, my wife hates it when I tell this story. It's so bad. I'm like, oh, really?
You're like, I'm gonna love this thing.
She's like, she's not here today, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell the story. Hey, let's tell the story, bro. Grandpa and two kids go out on their hike as they've done for years and years. 3 days later, they find the girl in the tree.
Alive?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm with it. Oh.
Oh. Yeah. That's a little rough. Bears are no joke as it comes to and such. I mean, you got to remember, these things take down moose, and if you've ever seen a moose, it's a bigger size horse with antlers. It's like you take a horse. You make a
big ass antlers.
He puts some big antlers on it. It's a big horse with antlers. That's a moose. And I found out the difference between a grizzly and a brown bear. Brown bear eat fish. Grizzlies don't eat fish. So they So they're more your aggressive animal. They're used to taking down game only, not just going for the fishing. Right? What fishing ain't bad, right? You just just a bear fishing. That's not bad. You got a relaxed bear. What's that?
Yeah,
bear?
I like watching that on the Nature Channel, and they swipe into the stream or whatever and come up with a fish.
Yeah, they call that a
goonie goo goo.
A goonie goo goo. That's right. See this right here? Yeah. They call that combat fishing in Alaska. When you're up there, you'll see fishermen side by side, and it says combat fishing. I'm like, oh, because they're fighting each other. He said, no, they're fighing the bears.
Oh my gosh!
He said they're fighting.
I'm out of there. No, I'm not fighting a bear.
Yeah, he said, you got to get your on the hook, because then the bear comes out of the woods and takes the fish and then runs away. They don't want the people. These are fishing bears, And again, this is why you're making the difference between the grizzly, because the grizzly does not have that fishing attitude, And then because I'm always interested about things, you find out, and I'm there at the right time, by the way. Moose are smart. Evidently, they only give birth 1 month out of the year, and they all do it together.
I mean, so do people. You're not special, moose.
Well, these moose are trying to hide their young from the bears, because the bears know, guess what? Moose only do this once a year, so the bears go for it. Everybody tries to double their chances.
Delicacy.
Exactly. Baby
my
moose.
Moose caviar.
That's right. That's baby moose. But yeah. Bears are real, man, and I like me some bears. But anyways,
bears. The more you talk about bears, the more I feel like bears are like the sharks of land. Because you hear water people talk about sharks. They're like, sharks don't want to eat people. If a shark bites you, it's because they thought you were a seal or some other nonsense. And it's like, bro, I don't want to find out if sharks want to eat people. I just don't want to get eaten by a shark or even bit. And the shark's like, my bad. I'm like, you took my leg, bro. My bad doesn't work here.
Yeah. Well, it's first of all, it's your fault for swimming in those waters in that season. That's first of all, it's your bad. All right.
So my friend in Australia sent me a picture this weekend. She's going to a beach.
What's her name?
And the beach, her name is Jessica.
Got it.
And the beach has multiple signs, and it's got a blood in the water first aid kit, and then it's got a sign about sharks, and it's got another bigger sign about sharks, and then it's got a little baby sign about COVID. And then it's got another bigger sign about sharks.
Yeah.
And it's like swim at your own risk. And I just sent her back the gif of Jaws when he said, "We're not closing the beach."
Right.
And she's like, "Yeah, that's what I thought too."
Yeah, I mean, it's your fault. I mean, they just opened. It's such a Thai story. They just opened the beaches today. Here in Orange County, they just opened the beaches, but again, it's swim at your own risk.
That was an oil spill, right?
That was an oil spill. I mean, but what are we fighting here, dude? You're worried about the shark. I mean,
I'll swim in some oil. That I can see. I can understand what it's going to do to me. I'll clean it off. I'm going to have both legs when I get out. But I see one fin. I'm not going back to the beach ever again. You're not naming that beach after me.
It's Josh's beach.
Yeah.
Native American found swimming nude in the beach. Only parts remain, and that too. Anyways, that'd be you. Oh my goodness. All right, are we done with? Are we done? Did we finish on the animal? Did we take care? Thank you. All right, good. Hoy, dude, did you take care of your homework?
I have one more. No.
Oh, Did you take care of your homework? Did you have a selfie for me in your costume? And would you like to preface the selfie costume here?
I have a selfie for you in my costume. I will preface it by saying that it is.
Hold on, let me get my phone. I want to see this. All right, I'll wait for you to send it. I just want to have my phone ready so that way when you send it, I can see it. Go ahead.
It is not. As we were scrolling through the costumes, I don't believe we would have considered this one to be, quote, sexy.
No. Okay. What would be?
Because as you can see, I got the Superman shirt, but then I got the suit over it because I'm kind of half Clark Kent, half Superman.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Nice. Okay. I see it coming through here. Here we go. I got it. Okay. It's right here. Okay. Oh. Hey, dude, I got to be honest. You know what? This comes from a dad talking about bots. That's all I'm trying to talk about. This comes from a dad talking about bots. That's all. That's all I'm doing here. Okay.
Yeah.
Brother, I don't want you to beat yourself up in the mirror. Okay. I want you to look yourself with respect every day. Not bad. I'm gonna go get. Can we go to the board? I'm gonna go ahead and give. I'm gonna go and give you a 7.5 on the bod there. Okay. That's what I'm gonna give you. On that. That's not bad, dude.
7.5 is better than not bad. When you said not bad, I was like, nobody wants to hear. Who wants to hear not bad?
I like
you talk to a woman, you're like, I find you attractive. She's like, yeah, you're not. Like, you don't take that as a compliment. But 7.5 I'll take.
Yeah,
that's better.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what, I have high standards, bro. I only go for 10s, as we know. And so when you're trying to keep it 100, not bad is 7.5. All right. There you have it. But I got to be honest, man. You're doing good. I like what you got here, and I like the Superman. So explain this to me exactly how you had this going on here with the.
I mean, it's like mid Superman because you got the Superman underneath.
Okay.
And then I got the suit shirt on, three, four buttons undone, so I'm pulling it out like I'm turning it into Superman.
I see what you did there. You're trying to be
the tie like half off.
Basically, we should if we took this picture,
I'm like business casual Superman.
If you took this picture, would you do this picture in an alley, like turning into Superman, or would you do this in a booth turning into Superman? Where would this be in a bathroom? Giggity. Where would this actually be? Where would you set this picture? Because I realize.
I mean, technically, if you were doing like a photo,
yeah. Well, with this costume, you would
find a phone booth.
Okay,
but I don't know. Being that it's 2021,
right?
I don't know where phone booths are anymore.
I do. That's just because.
So maybe I would just do it at like a T-Mobile store, and just be in front of the sign or something.
What does guy. It's Superman. Why is that dude naked
Superman
in the middle of the?
2021.
Why is that dude naked in the middle of the parking lot? It's the T-Mobile sign. He had to find a. You know, get it? He had to find it. No, okay. Find the Verizon tower. You know, T-Mobile sign. It's too good. Hoy. Okay, sorry. Anyways,
And
so-
this way, one of the cardinal rules of Halloween costume, especially if you're going out,
right,
is you want to be comfortable.
of course.
And you don't want to have to carry shit. So I don't have to worry about the cape because I got the suit shirt on.
Right.
the
No, I get
button
you.
up.
You still look like a man going out as a tank. I mean, you almost look sexy just because you pulled off the suit. But then I like what you did with the Clark Kent, super sexy. You kept it covered but sexy. I like it all. It's all good. It's gonna be a good shoot. I think it's gonna work out. All right, dude. Let me send you mine. Unlike you, I think I took off a couple more clothes than you did. I think that might. There you go. So yeah, unlike you, I think I took off.
Well, you got a
maybe-
little brave. You got braver than I did.
Brave is not. I wouldn't consider it bravery as much as my showmanship. I think is really what we're looking at here. I think we're looking at someone, who just. I like to just jump all in full, as you can see, full right there. Right there, that's the full. That's the full part.
Full is the exact
That's
word that came to mind.
Yeah, there you go. So I'll give you what I got here, brother. I mean, so as you can see, I went with the Viking, not Viking, but excuse me, Viking was my first thought. I saw a lot of Viking stuff over the weekend. You saw me how much I was excited about the Viking, but no, Pharaoh. Excuse me, with just the necklace does a lot. Okay. And if you see just if you're not wearing a necklace, then what are you wearing? Really? I mean, to be honest with yourself,
Not a loincloth.
I mean,
whatever they call that.
I don't call it a skirt or a kilt, but listen, there's only
Yeah.
a few cultures that allow you to wear such things that are classified here as what, mini skirts? What would you towel?
Yeah,
I don't know how
I guess miniskirt,
Yeah.
right?
Miniskirt.
My brain wants to call it a loincloth, but
Yeah,
that's
but-
obviously not.
if you ever seen a skirt and it was not long, it would be mini, right? So that's
Yeah.
a mini skirt. Yeah, okay. So it's a mini skirt. I don't know. G, do you have is there another terminology I'm missing? Okay, mini skirt. Okay. So mini skirt, I want you
It's like a fancy towel that
Right.
you would wrap around you when you get out of the bath. Like when you go to the hotel and you accidentally grab the small hand towel instead
Right.
of the real towel, and then you're like, oh, I got to make this work somehow. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that one might actually just be the wash rack, but you're right. And after that, dude, you can see I did the headdress because I think that's the main part that tells you that you are.
I mean, how else are we going to know?
If you take the headdress off, what are you? I mean, a guy, nice necklace, and a nice skirt. That's about it. But as you see, I went shoeless. I just because I didn't have time to make the proper sandal that went, as the sandal should do. With the appropriate time. But I feel like it was sexy. I felt like the skirt was appropriate to create sexy. And as you could see, like I said, as a dad talking about bods, I was just, I know what I'm talking about. So there
I
you
want
have
to say you were letting it all hang out, but you had the mini skirt, so you weren't quite letting it all hang out, but you were letting most of it hang out.
Not too buku, baby. Okay.
It was, I don't know if you're aware, it was Pride here in Vegas this weekend.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't.
So I saw quite a few dudes in skirt. I don't know if they identify as
Again?
dudes, but to me, outwardly appearing, they looked like they were dudes.
A call like I see it for a moment.
I saw quite a few people who looked like they were dudes in skirts and a necklace and no shirt. And you're right on par with them. The only difference is they didn't have the headdress.
See, the headdress makes the difference.
So that's what's
Right.
going to set you apart.
So my challenge to us now, dude, is again we have to share the before and the afters, and we'll save these ones for the Halloween show. But now it's time to take your so much skin of your sexy costume that you showed, and all of. Maybe too much of my. Maybe we'll get
Meet in the middle.
Maybe we'll meet somewhere in the middle. Meet in the middle. But anyways,
It's also a lot of what happened this weekend.
that's
I
right.
imagine.
I can. I mean, your car got left, sir. But if we can meet in the middle somewhere, I think we'll show them the before pictures, and we'll do the second come Halloween and see the transformation. I actually have one guest that we may have this between now and then to talk to us about a cleanse. Are you down for a cleanse, brother?
Probably not.
You're not a cleanse person?
I'm not a cleanse person. I feel like I generally, other than my functional alcoholism, I feel like I generally am pretty healthy
Yeah.
with what I put in my body. We eat fairly well. I like my tacos as much as anyone.
Yeah.
But when we're cooking at home, we're generally pretty healthy. And given my own health issues and dietary struggles, I don't like to flush all of that out.
Oh,
and
I
generally
see.
that's what the cleanse does to me.
I see. You like to keep the bacteria thing that you got going. Excuse me. Because you feel like you're in the zone. Is that where you're at? You feel like
Yeah, if I spend a lot of time
No, yeah.
with my doctors, my specialists,
For sure.
balancing my medications. So I don't like to do like the cayenne pepper and lemon juice and drink 64 ounces of that and then run to the bathroom kind of thing.
I didn't even I never considered, because I never put two and two together. If you have anything in the track, right in between your track, and there's an issue there, if you mess with that intentionally, like I'm about to cleanse, then that could really absolutely throw everything into an imbalanced chaos. And like you said, you take time and special time and effort to keep that chaos in order. Me, on the other hand, have been doing some heavy taco lifting. And as a pronounced vegan, I've been doing a lot of cheeseburgers. So it's just I know it's time for me to excuse me get back into it. And a friend of mine, I feel like, what's the difference between drugs and a cleanse? A friend of mine offered me this cleanse, and they say they make them feel great. And my wife tried it. She said, "Dad, it made me feel great." Again, what's the difference here? Because when I was younger, the same thing was happening to me on a weekend basis. But I was like, nah, I'm cool. No, not that one either. Nah, I'm cool. Nah, let me try. No, I'm good. But now it's a cleanse. So I'm going to try one out in this meantime. So I'll get back to it. But again, I understand.
This is like suburban drugs.
Yes,
Suburban Family Guy drugs, and that you're like, man, I hope this makes me feel good and I don't have a bad cleanse. I don't have a bad cleanse trip.
I've had it sitting on my shelf for a while, and it's just because I'm like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to commit. It's almost
what can you tell us what it is?
Absolutely.
Do you have the ingredients? Because I have known people to do cleanses, and some you make at home, some you just buy the bottle. So is this like a pre-made and you just chug it, or how does it work?
It's a pre-made plus a patch, I believe, to help with caffeine addicts like myself. And I believe it's a pre-made pill and maybe a little shake, a little mixy shake, a little pre-made, mix that up. And I heard that flavors maybe not the wonderfulest, but results I hear are fantastic. And I have a friend, again, when people get into things, sometimes you find Jesus through just what happened. I started walking my dog, and it was just I found Jesus. Okay, all right, hey, I'm mad at that. You just find joy and passion through so many different things in life. I feel like this has made some of my friends find a joy and passion in it. So I was going to have them on the show after I do it. I said, let me do the cleanse first, and then I'll have you on the show, and we'll talk about it. We'll see if it works. But I'm going to go ahead and start mine for this process, and we will check back in and make sure that we show you guys those pictures on our Halloween show. We'll make sure that that happens there. G, did you take your picture this weekend? You did. Okay, good. Could you send that over to did you send that to Dude for me real quick? Dude, let me know when you get that. I want to talk about Oh, there. You sent it to me, bro.
Oh, man. He put it on the group chat. He went all out.
Well, I got to be honest with you, bro. I want to, first of all, address your patriotism with this outfit. And, wow, G, kind of makeup too, huh? That's all right. We'll leave that one on the fence. We'll leave that one there. We'll come back.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, we'll bring you guys back to G's But I appreciate you use the wheelchair. I'm so excited.
Did you get like a makeup artist for this, or is that homemade?
No? Okay. Wow. He looks like he said like the family helped out, and it was a group effort. Wow.
You got family out of that? I feel that's not what I'm getting out of that sign language.
Everything's translated differently, Duder.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was a party. So, dude, let's transfer over to, first of all, Dude and Debo at gmail.com. I always forget to promo ourselves. Don't forget, send us your pics of your sexy man pics.
If you want to send us before and after, there's still time.
Yeah, there's still time. Yeah, we're still doing that. And, dude, you know what I got up before we get out of here to head down? I do have some plumbing problems in the back. I think they were looking for your attention in the back of the studio. Did you notice those plumbing problems? No, just me.
Plumbing problem. This sounds like a euphemism for something I'm not going to enjoy.
Something that
is that time again?
Is it that time again?
It is time for the weekly toilet bowl.
There it is. Get it down there. That's the good one.
That's what it's going to sound like after your cleanse.
So good. So good. Okay, pardon me. Sorry. You were saying?
It is once again time for the weekly toilet bowl, where we give you the one NFL team that is not going to win the Super Bowl.
All right. And Duder,
plenty of experts can give you the team that is going to win the Super Bowl.
Right. They do that, but you don't, right. Of course. Duder, give them some of our past toilet bowl flushes. Well, let's make sure we flush them properly, just all at once. We'll take them all at once.
Yeah. So previously on the toilet bowl, we flushed the Jacksonville Jaguars' hopes and dreams week 1, which is annual tradition with the toilet bowl to flush the Jaguars week 1.
There you go.
We flushed the New York Jets week 2. We flushed the Detroit Lions. Shout out to friend of the show, Fire Captain Hefe.
There you go.
His team, the Detroit Lions, we flushed week 3. We skipped last week because our show was so incredible we didn't have time for it. We skipped week 4, so we're going to throw that in now. The Houston Texans.
All right.
You guys are flushed, and you will get your complimentary toilet paper by the end of this week.
Ooh,
and
that's so
now
nice.
Adding to the list of the toilet bowl for week 5, this team guaranteed to not win the Super Bowl, your New York Giants.
Duder. New York, bro.
Yeah.
Get it down there.
The Giants must have done the cleanse. That's what it sounds like.
So, Duder, tell me, I mean, we don't only have a moment here for sports, but I wanted to jump into this. There's a couple things happening in sports. Talk to me about the reason why they're in the toilet bowl, and I will preclude this to, I mean, if you don't, I mean, I believe baseball being the thing, I want to give you a chance to talk about what's coming up here with the Dodgers and the Giants.
Well, the reason the New York Football Giants got flushed is that pretty much everybody who's important to their team got injured this weekend.
Ooh.
They lost. Their record is terrible, and they're just generally not good at the game of football.
Duder, I apologize. That's not polite. So if you could try that whole thing again, I mean, I think you were trying to prove a point, which is just fine. But again, sometimes I have my kids listen to the show. If you could say those same things again about the Giants, but if you could just be polite. Thank you. We'll try that. We'll try that one more time there, brother. Sorry, guys.
The New York Football Giants have tried their best and unfortunately not succeeded. They are going to get 53 participation trophies at the end of the year.
Ouch.
But that will not be a Super Bowl trophy.
But
there's always next year.
I mean, I believe I said well. Said so well. And I believe with that, they will leave the locker room with their participation trophies and probably talk to you next season. But, Duder, Giants, Dodgers. I think I heard
historic rivalry.
I mean, I talked to Angels fans, but they're just like, they don't want to have anything to do with the conversation because they're like, screw that guy, screw that guy. I don't even want to. It had nothing to do with the conversation. It's a rough conversation to have with an Angel fan. But I mean, it was game 3. I think I don't know who's favored, to be honest with you, but I'm assuming in this town it's the Dodgers, and I'm assuming, again, all assumptions I have by other people's statements, that the Giants actually have a bit of a uphill battle on this one.
Well, first and foremost, we should, let everybody know that the Giants and Dodgers, one being a historic rivalry because both teams started their franchise in New York and moved west and were the first 2 California teams. But this is the first time in the history of baseball that you've had a team win as many games as the New York Giants, 106, and as many games as the Los Angeles Dodgers, 105, meet in this round of the playoffs.
Wow. So let me cut you,
Duder. Been done before.
Duder, let me cut you off. So you got two pretty well-matched teams then. Let me just step back then. I mean, with the way you're describing it, you got 2 pretty well-matched teams. Is it pitching? Is it crowd? What's the magic sword here that the other one has to wield? I mean, is it because if you're so well matched, you're really just looking for a sprained ankle, aren't you? I mean, you're just looking for the other guy's weakness to take advantage of and then close the door. But in this, again, you're saying you got 2 fairly matched guys. I mean, the rivalry's serious. What's the tipping point? What's going to make the difference?
Well, to your point about sprained ankles and just injuries in general, the Giants were bit by the injury bug not long ago.
Okay.
Which is why I believe that the Dodgers are favored, as you mentioned. But going into today's game, you got Max Scherzer pitching for the Dodgers. He's already punched his ticket to the Hall of Fame when he retires. And pitching for the Giants is former Dodger Alex Wood. The thing about so the Dodgers players will be more than familiar with what he's bringing to the mound today. But the thing about both of these teams, you ask, how is this historic matchup? Why are we just now getting it?
Yeah.
Both of these teams are kind of eschewing the old school and going more towards the new analytic model and studying the numbers and hiring a bunch of computer nerds and telling them what to do instead of relying on their gut or baseball intuition as it used to be.
Am I correct to say this is the Moneyball version? This is the analytic version of baseball. Some guys really looking at the curve and the numbers, trying to make sure that we have enough stacks versus the numbers just on paper. And then you pay for it. Like you come out of pocket and you pay for these.
That's exactly you pay for it is the important part of what you just said. Yeah. Because if you go back, you watch the movie Moneyball. It's talking about everything you said, crunching the numbers.
Yeah.
But they're doing all of that so that they don't have to pay for it because the team in Moneyball couldn't afford it. They didn't have the budget.
Right.
The Dodgers and the Giants have the best of both worlds.
Right.
They have all of the money.
Right.
And they have all of the nerds crunching the numbers. So it's not one or the other. They take the best of everything, and that's why they're so good.
Smart or cheating?
Smart. Absolutely smart. Now, maybe there's also some cheating going on. In baseball, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. We've seen in our lifetime all the different people get caught, whether it's PEDs, whether it's sticky stuff on the ball, whether it's cork in the bat, whether it's pine tar. Rub a little jalapeno in your nose, get it running, put snot on the ball. Whatever you're doing, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. The important thing is they haven't been caught yet, and they're pushing the rules to the furthest extent that they can go.
Can you give me your best version to a kid? If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Because I'm gonna have a hard time swinging that to the children. But I do believe it is a cultural truth when it comes to sports and maybe especially baseball, given the spitball you just described with the nacho cheese and jalapeno salsa. But so I mean, how do you? That's true today. Do you agree? Do you agree that if you're not, that it's still taught in baseball, if you're not cheating, you're not trying?
Oh, it's absolutely. I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But how I would put it to kids is I would tell them not to cheat. I would say try your best, learn the game, And once you have reached the point where you're close to mastery, as far as playing and understanding the game, then you will understand the loopholes and the little margins, and you will learn to live within those loopholes and margins to give you that edge over your competition. But for now, you got to learn how to play the game.
Right. That's very true.
You can't be worried about cheating.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting.
Like if you never played chess and I was like, hey, Debo, we're going to play chess.
Right.
Here's how you cheat at chess.
Yeah. Right.
That doesn't help you.
No, that doesn't help you win. Yeah, I understand. Long term. Yeah. I just want to make sure we're on the right path. I just want to say we're keeping on the right path. All right. Duder, we did the email. I think we're gonna take.
We did the email, thedudandebo@gmail.com, and now it is time to get healthy, right? Is that what we're gonna do? You're gonna do your cleanse, but we got to go over here to the clinic.
Yeah, let's go ahead on over here to the clinic.
Usually when I go into a clinic, I'm walking out after getting a penicillin shot, but you promised me this will be different.
No, this is going to be straightforward. Just a service announcement out there, guys. Get your flu shot. Me and Dude want to come.
Out of mind.
There you go. Me and Dude are here in the flu shot today. I got mine, and I got my 3 kids. We're getting in the car today. We're going to get our flu shot today. And you're out there, guys. Don't forget, get your flu shot. It's flu season. Remember COVID? Yeah. Remember flu? Yeah. I feel like I keep getting the whirlwind of this, of sicknesses,
isn't that what happens when kids are in school?
Very much so.
You just get all the germs.
If you could write it down, we didn't have those kids in school. We got them back in school, and now we're back into the germ mix, which we get. Like we understand that that's a reality. But take a special trip, okay? Like I usually wait until I'm at the doctor and then I get a flu shot. That's usually how I do it. And this year I was there, and they were like, "You want your flu shot?" I was like, "Whoa, it's really early." They're like, "No. We're getting ahead of it this year.
You can do another one if you need to."
Yeah, we're getting ahead of the curve because this year's going to be a bad year. I just happened to check the news this morning, saw another doctor they pulled on. I said, "Yeah, this year flu we didn't have last year is going to come back." Basically, there's a large portion of people that don't get their flu shot every year. Okay, and
I wanted to ask you about that.
Okay, real quick.
When did you? I'll let you
almost
finish
there.
Your point. Then let me ask.
A large portion of people don't get their flu shot every year, but whether they know it or not, they get the flu, or somebody gets the flu around them, and that happens periodically every so many years. And so you build up immunities, and these things just kind of happen. Well, we took a year off. So, because we all did exactly what the flu does to stop a flu, right? We took a year off. So, what does that mean coming back?
We wore a mask, we socially distanced, we washed our hands,
and we're gonna come into. We had a bad COVID last winter, and we're gonna have It's gonna be another one, guys. The more.
now you're gonna have COVID plus flu,
right? And the more research I've done into it, it just feels like as a whole, as a world together, it's gonna be a rough road on this next turn. So. Public service now. Get your flu shot, guys. Just make it simple. What was your question, dude? Before we leave this flu clinic, ma'am? Yes. No. 1 shot. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
This isn't gonna hurt, is it?
Yeah.
Is this gonna hurt
a
little bit? Okay. I'll try not to scream. Ow!
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. I know you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Asshole. Diva, when did you? Well, I got this. She pulled a needle out, man. I got distracted. When did you first get your flu shot? What age?
I was 29. 29.
29. Yeah, 29. I think I was around the same age.
Yeah, about 29 years of age.
And the reason I ask is because obviously now we're dealing with COVID and the people who have decided for whatever reason they have in their head that it's not a good idea to get the vaccine for COVID, which if you're listening, they are wrong. It is a good idea to get the vaccine. But these people have decided that they're not going to get the vaccine. And I imagine that's a perfect circle when you look at the Venn diagram of people who are also not going to get the flu shot. If you're not going to get the COVID vaccine, you're probably not getting the flu shot.
Well, it's very, very true. Everything from...
That's it? You're done? I didn't even feel it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Really? Really? All right. Thank you.
Did she give you her number, or is that a piece of candy?
I don't know why they had to put the flu shot in my thigh, but she asked me to pull my pants.
That's not a flu shot. All right. No, dude, I mean, the flu shot, for me, I had kids. Like, I had no idea. I was a person walking through life, bro. I would have picked up a piece of dirt and threw it in my mouth and been like, this is crunchy. Does anybody know that? It's great. You guys ever tasted the leaves? Like, I mean, I feel like I walked through life normal as best I could until I think it was a wedding we went at. Everybody caught the same thing.
The bird flu.
Bird flu. That was swine. Swine flu. Yeah, that was the one.
Was it swine flu?
Swine
it was
flu.
One of them.
Swine flu. Pig flu. That was the one. And that
was S1N1, whichever one S1N1 was.
Yeah, some bitch. That's what that was. And it was rough, man. I went through that one, and I had gotten the flu before in life, but this is like man flu times screw you flu times like what was that? Like what?
So when people first started talking about how bad COVID was, last year or whatever, that was the only thing I had to compare it to. That was the worst I've felt in my life was when we got the swine flu.
I was there with you, kid, and it was awful. And then after that, I had kids. So in conjunction, having a baby, they're like, no, you have to get a shot if you're going to be around your child. And I was like, I don't understand. And my wife was like, mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, babe. And so I just did what my wife told me to do. Years later, I found out she was correct and smart and what the whole thing was. But I had no idea when I walked into it. I would have said to you, I would have looked you in the eye, Duder, and I would have said, God will protect me. I'd have looked you in the eye, Duder, and I'd have said to you, I said, back that needle out of my arm, boy. I'm here, and this is my temple. I told you, but my wife looked at me, and she's so pretty. She's like, baby, and I said, huh? She said, you want to be a baby? I said, oh, okay. And I just went and got a shot. It was no problem, and it was no issue whatsoever. And I get it now, but I mean, if you'd had an argument with me back then, I probably, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know which side of the fence I would have been on at that exact moment. But that's flu shots. Dun. All right, and so you guys. Just a reminder, go get your flu shot. Make a special appointment. Go out of your way. Like, get it done, and get the flu shot. G, you flued up? You all you got your nope. Okay, G's on his way. Dude, you on? Did you get yours yet? No.
Ben had my flu shot.
I already got mine. And so if you haven't got it, go get your flu shot.
What I try to do is go like once a week to a different pharmacy, get another flu shot, so I'm protected. Because there's different strains. Now, I don't know if all the flu shots, if they have different strains at different pharmacies. I don't know how that works, but I figure I can't go wrong if I just keep getting it.
I have, I have one more question that I know has been, and I know this is probably going to have to break the second too, and I know you got to go and I got to get out of here. And G's just saying, pointing at the clock. But here's my last one.
He's been pointing.
Yeah. Last one on vaccinations and where we're at, because this happened over the weekend for real. People are returning to work today and being asked to go home. People, it's Monday morning and you're coming into work and they're saying, show me your card, son, passport or not. And when they say somebody pulled your card, they're saying pull your own card and show it. This is not a new thing to me because I've had kids in school where they said, if you want your kids to go to school, we're going to pull their card. This was the thing. This happened to me years ago. So today when they're pulling cards and companies, I was like, oh, well, it already happened to me. So it's not as big of a shock. But, dude, I ask you, America didn't do what I did, 7 years ago. America's walking into, sorry, you're on administrative leave until you can prove this paperwork. And I wasn't sure America was going to pull the trigger. I got to be honest with you.
I didn't think they were.
Yeah, I thought they were bluffing. I thought it was an unloaded gun, 100%. And they were pointing it hard, but I was like, man, that thing's unloaded.
Mean mugging.
Yeah, just tough. All of a sudden, they put the gun down, pulled out a pin, signed that thing, and I was like, dang, you cold-blooded. Like, dang.
Fired one round into the air.
That was
killed
it.
The neighbor above you.
Yeah.
Just to prove the gun was real. And you think we're bluffing? You think this is empty? Watch.
Oh, damn. Shout out to the family of that. Shout out, man. Thank you. Damn.
If you're the family of that celebrity who got shot, go get your flu shot.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You were going somewhere before.
I have no idea.
Okay.
where I was going, dude.
Go get
No.
vaccinated, kid.
Oh, good times. Whew. See you guys next Monday, 10 a.m. We're gonna. Do we have to show our vax cards? G, do we have to show our vax cards to come back to the office here? Do we have to? We do have to show our. Oh my. Well, we'll see who returns. To do the Devo. Peace, guys.
I'll leave you with this.
Yeah,
I
leave me
took
with it.
my vax card. I'm holding my vax card and I'm naked and I took a picture in the mirror. So if anybody wants to see my vax card,
Oh, damn. It's like that? Oh, damn.
I wanted to make sure they knew it was me.
Damn, that's the one way to pull out your vax card. Would you like to see my vax card? And the left is my testicles. Okay, here you go. Just right there.
Go ahead and check it.
Yeah. All right, dude, let's get out of here, yeah?
I've already been at it.
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Peace.